We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey. So make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and talk about our favorite blonde bimbo, Mrs. Tomi Lahren, okay? So what's going down with Miss Tomi Lahren? What's going down is that basically she has now been, quote unquote, terminated from the Blaze, and Tomi has taken on a lawsuit against the Blaze Network and Glenn Beck. So this whole situation is super messy, super drama filled, and I'm here for it, bitch. Make sure y'all have y'all's teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. So anyway, so what's going down is this. Basically, as you guys all know, I did the video last month about Tomi Lahren going on The View and basically, you know, saying that she wants to be pro-gun and she wants the government to stay out of her guns, and she also wants the government to stay out of women's bodies, which I did agree with Tomi Lahren on that one. But her boss, Glenn Beck, and all the conservatives, they weren't here for it, bitch. They drug her ass by her damn silky ass blonde hairs, okay? Drug her up and down social media. They went in on her. And then basically at that point in time, Glenn Beck suspended her, and she was suspended for a week. And then we noticed that her ass, you know, after the week, she didn't come back to the Blaze. So she's saying that basically the Blaze secretly fired her and told her that she was not allowed to say anything about her termination, hence why she's filing the lawsuit. But the Blaze is now responding today, and this is what the Blaze had to say. So the Blaze is saying, it's puzzling that an employee who remains under contract and is still being paid has sued us for being fired, especially when we continue to comply fully with the terms of our agreement with her. All right, so you guys just heard what the Blaze had to say about Tomi Lahren. They're saying that she's still under contract and she's still being paid, even though her show's not on the air and she's not, you know, speaking and things like that on their show. They're still under contract to pay her what was agreed. So in my personal opinion, I feel like Tomi Lahren is being slick. Once again, she's playing the typical I'm a blonde white girl victim role. You know, they're messing with me, so I'm going to sue. I've seen this happen a lot before because I've worked in corporate America, where some of these same, you know, cute little blonde girls will, you know, buddy with the boss and go to dinner with the boss and go to lunch, do all types of extra shit with the boss and upper management, you know what I'm saying, get in good. But what the stupid ass boss and upper management aren't realizing is that this damn blonde bimbo is not as dumb as they think. She's literally taking notes of every time they flirt with her, every time, you know, they proposition her to buy her things, every time, you know, they say she looks cute today, every time they say certain things to her, this bitch is taking notes, okay? She's checking shit off. She's taking notes. And the sad thing is, you know, them going out to lunch and, you know, kikiing with the boss. And then as soon as these same women reach their expiration date, maybe they're getting replaced by a younger, prettier blonde, or maybe they're just not needed anymore. All of a sudden they pull out that damn folder, honey, with all the information in there of the so-called harassment and the flirting and the unprofessionalism, and they go hire themselves a lawyer. And then they end up contacting their employee, letting them know, yo, I have a lawyer, and me and my lawyer are prepared to sue you guys for harassment. So I've seen this time and time again. And then usually these same white women, they'll walk off with a nice severance package, or they'll walk off with some type of lawsuit. Am I saying that all white women do this? No, I'm not. So don't get in your damn feelings, okay? But I've seen this happen because I did used to work in corporate America. So I'm not surprised at all that Tomi Lahren is going down this route. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new, and she knows what she's doing. She's trying to straight hustle the system, and she feels like if she can't, you know, keep her platform and say what she wants to say, and if Fox News is not willing to hire her, then she's going to go the next best route and basically sue the Blaze and sue Glenn Beck. I feel like this is the same thing that Tomi Lahren is doing, because like the Blaze is saying that she's still under contract with them. They're still paying her. And now she's trying to hurry up and say that, you know, they fired her unjustly. She's being harassed. She was discriminated against. She was unfairly, you know, terminated. I feel like she's running a bunch of game. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I don't feel bad for this blonde bimbo, nor do I feel bad for Glenn Beck or the Blaze, okay? Because when y'all allowed her platform, everything was cool. Everything was all good. When she was going in on black folks and black causes, when she kept talking shit about the black community and other minority communities, when she was talking shit about the gays, when she was going in on the feminists, you know what I'm saying? She was willing to literally sell her soul by disrespecting all types of people people, pulling out random facts out her ass. And the Blaze was cool with that. As long as she was pushing their propaganda, they had no issues with that. But once her damn MK Ultra chip wore the fuck off and her ass, her true self came to light on The View, because what she said on The View, that's really who Tomi Lahren is. Tomi Lahren is not this conservative chick, and I've shown you guys, old tweets of hers from a few years ago when she was like, this wild party girl getting drunk all the damn time. So she's not the same person that she tries to portray herself to be, meaning that she's a straight up hypocrite. She doesn't know how to be real. You shouldn't have to front for nobody. Be comfortable in your skin and be comfortable being who you are. But instead, Tomi Lahren decided to play a role. So I don't feel bad for this bitch getting fired, because she knew that wasn't her true stance. She knew she wasn't a true conservative, but she chose to do that to get a paycheck, to get notoriety, and to get some damn fame. And Glenn Beck and the Blaze are also at fault because they saw a pretty little, ditzy ass blonde girl who would be willing to say anything that they basically force feed her. A lot of the shit that was coming out her mouth were the views of the Blaze. Not necessarily Glenn Beck's views 100%, but a lot of them were the views of the Blaze overall and the community of the Blaze overall. And that's what they were having her read out that teleprompter, and they did it and they thought it was okay because she was a cute blonde girl, that it was okay for her to just spew the bullshit that she was spewing. So like I said, I don't feel bad for none of these fools involved. I don't feel bad for Glenn Beck. I don't feel bad for the damn Blaze, and I damn sure don't feel bad for Tomi Lahren, okay? Because I'm just tired of her damn foolishness. She has a right to say what the hell she wants to say, but it's funny that as soon as she's challenged, all of a sudden she's a victim and she needs to run and go file a lawsuit. Like I said, I've seen this happen time and time again. I would not be surprised if the Blaze is telling the truth and Tommy's just trying to run game to basically take them to the cleaners and get them for what they're worth. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation, once again concerning Tomi Lahren and her suing Glenn Beck in the Blaze. Do you feel like Tomi Lahren has a case? Do you feel like she was really terminated? Or do you feel like the Blaze is telling the truth when they're saying that, okay, fine, she's not on the show any longer, but we didn't terminate her, she's still getting paid? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.